YouTube stream. I believe we're live. There are two. Okay. All right. Hi everyone, it's Global Scholarships and I'm your host Az. I hope you're all doing well. I hope everything is going great. And as always, we are here with another Friday live stream. And I'm, as always, here joined by Eamon. Hi Eamon, how are you? How are things going? I'm doing fine too. Thank you very much. So everyone, if you are new here, we have been normally we do live streams on both YouTube and TikTok every Friday, but for a couple of weeks we've been absent from TikTok. I have had some issues with TikTok Live Studio. I think it is fixed now, but I guess that remains to be seen. So if you do not know us, basically we are Global Scholarships. You're seeing the our website right now, globalscholarships.com. We have a YouTube channel, we have a TikTok account, we share a lot of informative stuff wherever we can. So basically, Global Scholarships, as you can see, we have a website. Hang on. Okay, it's working. All right. So TikTok is kind of acting up a little bit still, but I think it's fine. So Global Scholarships, if you go to our website right now, it's a completely free website. You don't have to register or anything else. You can just go and use our tools completely freely. So as you can see, we have a search tool. We have a lot of information about scholarships here, about studying abroad, about universities that accept international students. So we have a search tool. We're going to see that in a second. We're going to see how you can find scholarships that are perfectly suitable for you using our search tool for free. Other than that, we have university scholarships. As you can see, we are partnered with a lot of great institutions. We do have a $3,000 external scholarships, a scholarship that we give to people, and then we have scholarship stories. So these are all right. So right from the beginning, I'm not sure why. Yeah, so TikTok is gone. Okay, let's try that again. And just as people started joining in, great. Okay, so basically scholarship stories are global scholarships reach out to people who received some very popular scholarships as international students and have them tell their stories. For example, this one, this person, you can just click on them and see the scholarship they got in United States, their test scores, their degrees, other offered scholarships. There are a lot of great scholarships here, by the way, and then their journey, their scholarship details. Hi, all of you joining in through TikTok. I'm afraid we cannot show you our website. I'm not sure why. Let me try it again. Hi, Rose Jam. You cannot see what's going on in my screen, right? Yep. There's absolutely nothing. All right, so scholarship details. This person has a lot of scholarships. I mean, look at these. So you can also click on these, on these links, to see the universities. To see, for example, this is so this person has earned Lester B. Pearson International Scholarship. God, this is awful. Let me try that again. It was working perfectly before the live stream started. I'm not sure why. So Lester B. Pearson, right? This is one of the most popular scholarships in Canada. As you can see, it's in University of Toronto. It's a full funding scholarship. So full funding means the scholarship covers the tuition fees, and then it gives you something a little bit more. It could be a stipend, an allowance. It could be covering accommodation or something. For example, this scholarship covers tuition fees, books and materials fees, and accommodation fees. Usually, full funding scholarships, they give you something like a stipend or something like that. And as you can see, there are 37 people who earn this scholarship every year, and this person is one of them. And their journey, their scholarship details, their educational background, as you can see, a very high GPA, LTS points, etc. And then what did they do to prepare for application of that scholarship. And as you can see, we have a lot of very, very good advice from people who have earned. Like, it is one thing to come here and like listen to us talking about scholarships. Hey man, really appreciate your efforts. Says if possible, says Ape Chaudhary. I hope it's pronounced. If possible, can I get your email address? So email address, Global Scholarships email. Ayman, I think we have one, but I'm not sure. Hang on, let's see about us section actually. So yeah, right, about us. Do we have information about our email? No, it's not here. Yeah, this is for partnerships though. Ayman, if they want to reach us through email, what email they could use? Mm-hmm. So let me show you something. So let's say you have a question about a university, right? Let's say Harvard. You want to ask a question about Harvard. So you can just type in Harvard here, click on the institution, Harvard, and this will take you. Hi, James Bond. Hi there. Hang on in a second. So Harvard University Scholarships for International Students. So this is the page we have for this university, right? And we have a lot of information here about like admission results, about admission changes, about deadlines, tuition fees, all the scholarships they have in our database, people who have received scholarships from this university. You can click on them and read their stories as well. And under every page, we have a comment section, right? Could be about university, could be a page like an article, like a guide. For example, we share a lot of like guide videos on our YouTube channel as well. Could be about a scholarship, but all of those pages we have a comment section. And if you put your questions in here, Yanni, who is the founder of Global Scholarships, he answers every single question. Like, you will not find any questions that went unanswered. Like, you can see 20 questions, 20 answers. So if you have a question about a university, about like even like follow-ups, about a scholarship or something, I think like the best place that I would bet my money on would be here in our comment section. So sometimes we cannot really reply to our YouTube channel, like YouTube videos, comment sections, because like it's like I do that and it's kind of like we don't have enough time to do that. I'm not sure how Jan finds enough time. Penn State states outside scholarship for female international student for chemical engineering. Okay, that is a very specific question. Hang on, let's say Jacob down. So global scholarships, Pennsylvania State University. Do they have? Okay, so they have 2 scholarships. We can click here. I'm afraid. So scholarship for female international students for chemical engineering. So if you're looking for a scholarship that is for bachelor's or undergraduate, I don't see any. They have university graduate fellowships and graduate assistantships. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll try to. Cannot see the screen. I know. I'm not sure why TikTok is acting up. Hang on. It is like I thought I fixed it. I clearly weren't able to. So yeah, James Bond. So sorry, AJ, we don't have any scholarships here, but there are external scholarships that might be suitable for you. Also, these are the ones that are offered by the university to newcoming students. So keep that in mind. You can click on here the admission page and go and see their pages for scholarships. So James Bond says, can you please help me about Danish government scholarship for bachelors? Hang on. So we do have a page, like a guide for government scholarships. So if you go to globalscholarships.com, we have scholarships. I'm not sure if Danish government scholarship is there. Now, Eamon, what would you want to say about Danish government scholarship? Do you have any information on that? Because I do not have, apparently. Hmm, I see. So, yeah, we do not have information on that. I mean, we could Google it for you, but you could also Google it yourself. So we have tuition fees and scholarships. So this is from University of Copenhagen, and right, let's application fees, scholarships, and loan by country, international scholarships, um, external institutions, databases. We have okay. So this is Danish government. University of Copenhagen offers a limited number of tuition waivers and grants through the Danish government scholarship program. The scholarships are competitive and offered highly talented students with outstanding academic records from non-EU countries. And okay, so who is eligible? Let's see, a citizen. So that guy says, "Hello, I have a question about the Turkey Burslar scholarship. I'm gonna be nothing is clearly mentioned." That guy, I'll be back to you in a second, but first let's take a look at this. James Bond, is there any specific thing that kind of confuses you about this? Like some specific part that you cannot really understand? So we have the eligibility here, the award, and I guess that's kind of it. By the way, so this is directly from, I mean, not directly from the university, but like the university offers the scholarship through Danish government scholarships. So you can maybe ask, like, try to contact the university and ask for more specifics, right? So hang on, there was a question. Yes, the scholarship offerings and process. So yeah, there isn't that much information about the process here. Award scores solely on the base of academic achievement, thus financial need is not considered. Degree program will be so all non-EU EA applicants to the University of Copenhagen's MA MSc degree programs will automatically be considered for the Danish government scholarship provided they're eligible. Therefore, it's not necessary to apply. So there is, like, you do not apply for this if you are an MA MSc degree program student. You will be automatically considered. So basically, you go to the university, you start studying in one of these programs, and if you're eligible under these criteria, a citizen of a country outside EU, EEA, or Switzerland, admitted to a master's degree program at the University of Copenhagen, granted a time-limited residence permit for the, yeah. So, and you do not have any of one of these, they will contact you through the application portal. So I guess there is no way to know that, like, you will see whether you will get it or not. So, like, you have to go and start studying there. Hi there, Kwadama. Great to see you here again. As always, good day. Happy to join the live again. Thank you for the incredible work. Thank you very much for joining in. Eamon, did you want to say anything? Oh, yeah, you asked for bachelor. Sorry, I kind of missed that. So I'm ending the TikTok live stream. I'm sorry. This is just not working. So that was unnecessary. sorry, unpleasant. Are you aware of the Swedish Institute Scholarship? Yeah, we'll get to that in a second, but first, that guy asked, I have a question about the Turkey Burslar Scholarship. Turkey Burslar, do you recommend studying in Turkey if scholarship is obtained? That is a very difficult question to answer. So I'm from Turkey. I'm in Turkey. I study in Turkey, and there are some very, very good universities. But do I advise, like, do I recommend you to come here and study? First of all, you, like, if you have no information about Turkey, you need to know that we are in the middle of a very long ongoing economic crisis. So one thing that, like, especially Adar Karaku, especially like people who are receiving like a certain amount of salary from like government or something, it is really difficult for them to afford living in here because like the rents are going through the roof. It is really difficult to get like keep those under control. And like, yeah, usually government kind of updates those payments and etc. And probably like Turkey, like scholarship amounts and stipend amounts will also be updated all the time. But usually it is always late. It is always like behind the inflation. So I think if you're coming here, also, by the way, not only like we have a lot of information, it is really difficult to live on a fixed salary, but also Turkey is way more expensive than it has ever been because like to keep the inflation under control, Turkish central bank is trying to make Turkish lira more valuable, which means that everything is way more expensive in terms of like dollar amounts or like whatever local currency you have. So economically, it is really a grave situation in Turkey. Like that, I think it's one of the, like, I wouldn't say one of the worst places economically, but it has like things that has been much better. Things have been much better, like maybe up to 4 years ago. So keep that in mind. Economic crisis is a real issue. Also, I'm not gonna comment on like the social side, like security, like safety, and etc. etc. I don't feel really safe living in the country as much as I felt up to like maybe again 3 or 4 years ago. So would I recommend? I don't think so. But there are some very good universities. Like if you get into some of the best universities in the Turkey, they genuinely give you a lot of a very good quality of education, and you'll like have like most people are very welcoming to like international students, but not all of them. There are a lot of people who are like very hostile, unfortunately. Also, Aben, do you want to add anything about this? Like, I'm not really a... you're very welcome, Karaku. Thank you for joining us. If you have any specific questions, we'll do our best to answer them. Like, maybe you have information about the scholarship as well, or maybe you have any insight to share. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you. So, what is full funding versus full tuition? So, I pay. The difference is that like there are three types. Yeah, let me actually show you here. It will be more like easier to understand. So, if you go to our page and like hit enter on the search tool, we have, as you can see, three different types of scholarships. So, one is partial funding, one is full tuition, and one is full funding. So partial funding means it covers less than just the tuition fees. So it could be about like 20%, 30% tuition reduction, discount, or it could be maybe like $10,000, just a cash payment or something stipend. So it is less, the value is less than the tuition fees. Obviously, like especially when you want to study in some place like United States or maybe Australia or maybe Canada, tuition fees are very high. And even though like even if you get like $20,000 perhaps from a scholarship, it doesn't really cover your tuitions. So that's partial funding. Full tuition means it covers covers the entirety of the tuition fees. It just like the university does not charge you any tuition fees. Obviously, there are other fees as well, like admission fees, application fees, some other fees that is related to living in the campus or studying in the university. But tuition fees are covered, and that's it. If it's full funding, it means it covers the tuition fees, like the entirety of the tuition fees, and then it gives you something a little bit more. For example, let's look at this. There are a lot of full funding scholarships in China, or like Taiwan. So basically, this covers full tuition fees, an award, cash award for study costs, and accommodation at a standard dormitory room. So if it gives you something a little bit more than tuition fees, like it could be a living stipend, it could be accommodation, it could be a certain level of allowance, it could be some scholarships cover health insurance, and some scholarships cover very specific things like a laptop allowance, a book allowance, or something like that. Then it's called full funding. Obviously, full funding scholarships are like fewer and way more competitive. So like one thing that a lot of people say, especially people who have like went abroad and to study, is that like those little partial scholarships, like little amounts of cash stipend, they can really add up to cover your expenses if you're not studying in a very expensive place, a very expensive university. But full funding scholarships are usually more comprehensive. So yeah. Or yes. And Quadema, are you aware of the Swedish Institute Scholarship? I don't think that is in our database. It wouldn't be. Yeah, no, I don't think anything comes up. Eamon, do you have any idea, any information about this? Wait, what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hang on. They're saying they cannot hear you. Let me check. You cannot. Hang on. That is true. I cannot hear you on. Hang on. Let me try to fix that. It's odd because like can you try it again, Eamon, please? I can hear you. How about you guys? So let me check the live stream to see. This is really weird. This has never happened to me. You can hear me, but you cannot hear Eamon, and I'm not sure why that is. So hang on, let me try. Okay. Eamon, could you please try again?
Yeah, sure. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Hang on, let me
Yeah,
check
yeah.
the. Check the live stream. Hang on. This is a weird information. Okay, now you're audible. Yes, yes, now
Well,
you are audible. Okay. Please do go on. Before we go to, sorry, it's very well, you're very welcome, Abby. We are Global Scholarships. I'm Az, and the gentleman you are hearing is our expert, Ayman. He's here to answer questions. And other than that, yeah, okay, go on. That guy, I will come back to your question in a second.
all right, so we were talking about the Swedish Institute
Yeah.
scholarship. It's a scholarship that's offered to a limited number of countries, mainly from Asia, Africa, and South America. It's offered to students who want to pursue a master's degree, and it's a fully funded scholarship that covers many programs in Sweden that are English taught. So that's the sum of it, I guess.
All right. So, Kodama, if you have any more like other specific questions about this, sorry, certain scholarship, we may be able to help you with those. So that guy says, additionally, I couldn't find any alumni students, so I don't know what happens after graduation. I want to work in Europe. How difficult is it to transition from Turkey if admitted to top unis? So I cannot I cannot speak for alumni, people who have graduated from like top Turkish universities as like as international students, students from other countries. But usually, well, the transition is not really easy, I would say. First of all, right now, it is really difficult to go to live or study or work in a European country from Turkey because we have been facing a kind of like refugee crisis. So getting visas to go to especially like European countries is really difficult from Turkey. So like even if you are not from Turkey, going from Turkey to a European country is has become much more difficult than it used to be. Other than that, so it kind of depends on the university and the program, but even at really good universities, like English education is not great. Like usually like teachers and students try to find like shortcuts, or like let's do it without like having to learn that like great level of English. So like you can, it is really possible for you to graduate from a Turkish university, like a great university, with an English education, without knowing all that much of an English, which will obviously make it more difficult for you to go and work on that subject in a European country. Obviously, like if you're planning to learn another language and go and work that way, it might be easier. I studied international relations, and like there are more than a couple of my friends who graduated in Turkey, graduated from international relationships, and then have gone to like work on Europe. So like if you really work hard, like make good connections during your education. Why am I talking to this? Sorry, let me. Okay, so yeah, if you do that, it is always really like feasible for you to find scholarship opportunity, sorry, work opportunities in Europe or other countries as well. But normally, like I wouldn't say at this point, going to any country in the Europe from Turkey is a little problematic. Eamon, do you want to add anything about this one?
Um, Honestly, I wouldn't know more than you do because
Yeah.
you're already
Mhm.
there. Um, so the transition in any country is not easy, and in most countries it's not straightforward. There is no one path need to be integrated into professional life after studying in a certain country. The natural and ideal path is that you go back to your country and uh, contribute to the development of your country through the degree you got abroad. But there are students who want to stay and uh, work in the country where they studied, but that's not always straightforward and it's not always easy. So uh, there are alumni that you can get in touch with. I would advise using LinkedIn because that's the best way to get in touch with people
Mhm.
who have studied abroad, who have gone through the experience, and they would probably be of more help than anyone.
Also, one thing I would want to say about Turkey is western side of Turkey and eastern side of Turkey is almost two completely different countries. So if you want to come here, study for 4 years, and then transition to Europe, obviously Turkey is not Europe, and even the westernmost part of the country is not like in any country in Europe. Although we are like culturally a little bit more close to like cultures like Greek people, Italians, or like Mediterranean people. But if you want to transition to somewhere in Europe, it would be very difficult if you came here and studied like in the eastern part of country. So like that might be something that you would want to keep in mind. Like western side and eastern side are very 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 different. So keep that in mind. So Quantum asks, do you? I obviously I need to say this. Like I'm not trying to like create a discrimination here or something like a huge distinction. Like the West is better or East is better or something like that. It's just like cultures are very very different. Because I lived for a very long while on the Western part. Like I'm very very close to like the Mediterranean and like Greece, and I've lived for a little while in the eastern side. Like they're just two very different cultures. Anyway, Quadama More Official says, do you need an admission offer before applying, or you just need to apply for admission before applying for the SI scholarship? I do not know that. Eamon, do you have any idea?
Yes, you need to be admitted to one of the universities that are parts of the program. So not all universities are part of this. So you need to get admission from a university that qualifies for the scholarship before applying for the scholarship. So you need to have gone through the admission process and gotten an offer letter, and then through that you can apply to the scholarship.
Okay, thank you very much. That guy, you're very welcome. If you have any questions about like Turkey, I think sorry, I might be a like good person to ask, I guess. Um, Quadama says, what are the requirements for the MasterCard Foundation scholarships at Arizona State University? Did you ask this one before, Quadama? I kind of I feel as if this came up before. MasterCard Foundation scholarships at Arizona State University. Eamon, do you know anything about this one?
Not really,
Let
no.
me check
It's
our.
one of those obscure external scholarships.
So let me try to see if we can find anything from the university's page. Um, student visas. So this is not from the university directly, but Mastercard. You know what? I'll just Google this. Maybe this will give us a little more information. Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program. Um, Application tip series, and Yeah, where to apply to the program. Our partners manage the recruitment and selection. Let's try to find here. You must apply directly through the MasterCard Foundation Scholars Program affiliated institution you wish to attend. So, American University of Beirut. So, this is for undergraduate studies. I saw new information on it requiring applicants to live in Rwanda. Um, so, maybe it's from the university. Hang on. So, this is for undergraduate studies. And I cannot see Arizona State University here. This is like we have University of, maybe this is the one you're talking about, University of Rwanda. Maybe they have a partnership with Arizona State University or something. Nope. Nothing here says anything about Arizona. So, University of Gondar, American University of Beirut. So, like, can you give us information, a little bit more information about where you saw it? Because we can just type in Arizona too. Like, let's Google it with Arizona. How about that? Okay, so here is it. Here it is. So at ASU provides access to quality education to high-achieving African students who have ambitions. African students, undergraduate degrees. The phase 2 strengthening, blah, blah, blah. Students complete their first 3 years of undergraduate degrees at the 2 partner institutions and an accelerated master's degree. So we have scholars program here, phase 1 undergraduate scholarships, and phase 2 strengthening international linkages. So let's learn more about this one. You are looking for the one for undergraduates, right? Phase 1 MasterCard Foundation scholars. Okay, first of all, it says 20 African countries. These MasterCard Foundation scholars have demonstrated a leadership potential, yet face significant barriers. Final cohort was admitted. They're pursuing range of majors, all recipient. So let's click on apply and see, maybe we can get more information. Okay, it sent me back to the same page. Yep, it's not going anywhere. I'm sorry. I don't see anything about just like specifically being in Rwanda, but so these are the scores. This is pretty much the same information. I guess like they don't have any information on the internet. Basically, maybe you can just contact them and ask, because hang on, let me see, maybe we can find it in like phase 2. 2 partner institutions in Ghana, and yeah, nothing really that says Rwanda. There are a lot of maybe you can look into the scholars. There are a lot of them. Yes. So other than that, no, I don't think there was anything that says you have to be from Rwanda. Right? Okay, so I don't see any new questions. Now, normally we are trying to like see different subjects every week. Today, I hoped I kind of fixed TikTok, but when I guess it is like the problem is about the live stream. So yeah, we don't have any more questions. We don't have people here from TikTok as well. So for people who are joining us through YouTube, if you do not know us, again, let me show you our search tool and how you could find scholarships that are available for you, that are suitable for you. Basically, you can come here and use our search tool to search for scholarships. maybe you have a country in mind, maybe you have an institution in mind, maybe you have heard about a scholarship and you want to search, or nothing in mind, right? You can just hit enter, or let's say you want to study in United States, right? You type in United States, and the country, you can click on United States, which will take you, like, show you the results. So basically we have like about like more than 4,000 scholarships in our database. Now, global scholarships scans scholarships that are given from universities to freshman international students. So if a university has scholarships for people already enrolled in the university, then that it won't be in our database, or like there are external scholarships, like institution scholarships that we've seen, like MasterCard Foundation scholarships, or yes, is it SI, Swedish Institute? Yeah, Swedish Institute scholarship. Those also will not be in our database. So these are scholarships that are given by the universities to new coming international students. So you can use our filters. You can filter by degree. Let's say for bachelors, you are looking for scholarships that are for bachelors. Location, you have a country in mind, maybe Australia, right? And again, we have 3 different types of scholarships: full funding, partial funding, and full tuition, or partial funding, full tuition, full funding. Partial funding means it covers less than the tuitions. Full tuition means it covers the entirety of tuitions. Full funding means it covers more than tuition fees, right? You can choose any one of them. Let's say full funding. So as you can see, we have just 2 full funding scholarships in Australia. There are a lot of other scholarships. For example, we have like a lot of partial funding scholarships. Yeah, see, like about 150 scholarships that are partial. Maybe some will be full tuition. Yeah, 7 full tuition. But when it comes to full funding scholarships, it is really, really rare to find. And both of these are past deadline, and one of them is a humanitarian scholarship. So I think we've made a video about this one, Casey Cook scholarship at Monash. Yeah, by the way, like we have on our YouTube channel, we've made videos about some of the scholarships that we have in our database. If you go to our page for that scholarship, you will be able to see that video directly from our page. So yeah, if you're interested, you can look that up. And yeah, you can just, let's say you want to study in China, for example. And as you can see, there are 20 full funding scholarships in China for bachelors. If you look for like masters, there are 21. And a lot of these scholarships are very comprehensive, by the way. And so yeah, you can look at bachelors, and you can just click on any one of them, and our page will give you a lot of information about like the deadlines. Hello, Roy. Welcome back in our live stream once again. Like what it covers, the eligibility criteria, deadlines. We have it. If we have a video on that, you'll see that one again. Our comment section, and you can click on official scholarship page to go and see the page that university has for that scholarship. And yeah, so I think it's a great tool because it takes you from the point 0, like this, like that you have no information, to the point where you can just contact the university about a specific scholarship. So yeah, anyway guys, so this is again a Q&A live stream. If you have any questions, type them in. I'm not seeing any new questions, because if you do not have any questions, I think it's a little it's coming to the point where we need to end the live stream. So yeah, hello Roy again. If you have any questions, type them in the chat. Any tips for IELTS preparation in 1 month? So I've never entered IELTS, so I don't have a lot of information on that. Eamon, I think you are better suited to give that information. Like, do you have any insights?
So most of these exams, the language proficiency exams are about strategy,
Mhm.
not really about uh proficiency per se, but of course you need to have certain command of the language. But for the most part, it's about managing your time, and that's what you need to focus on. You need to be able to familiarize yourself with the exam, with how the questions are given to you, and then you need to see what strategies fit what portion of the exam. Also, if you are going to be taking the exam in person, sometimes the rooms can get noisy, so you need to take that into account because other contestants will be taking the exam at the same time, and if it's speaking, they will be speaking in the background, and you need to be able to focus if there's noise in the background. So you need to get used to that yourself. So you need to train yourself with noise in the background. These are things that you won't know until you take the exam. You could be really, really good at every portion of the exam, but these external factors are the things that you should be focusing on the most. There are mock exams that you can take online, so it's basically the same format of the IELTS, and you can find those everywhere, and you can practice and see how you do each time, see how well you can manage your time and how well you do every single time. So you just have to practice a lot in this 1 month. I think it's enough time, so it's ample time to for preparation, and you can probably take 1 or 2 mock exams a day and see uh, how good you do, and at the same time you are familiarizing yourself with the exam, you are getting more comfortable with it, and as you practice, you'll become more confident in your preparation, and you'll do well. So they're not hard. The exams are not really that hard. They're just about managing your time and about how you approach each section.
Okay, thank you very much. That was very helpful, I guess. Yeah, and I did not enter the test, so like a lot of the things you said are things that you won't know until you actually uh, go through the test. So yeah, those were things that you wouldn't expect. Very helpful. Again, guys, I'm gonna end the live stream. Like I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes. Like if you have any questions, type them in the chat. Other than that, we're gonna wrap it up here, and that's it. Again, global scholarships, guys. We have a lot of information here, a lot of really helpful guides. Like you just saw, we have like multiple um, guides for IELTS. So yeah, just like it's a completely free website. We have uh, guides about scholarships. We have guides about countries. Hang on, yeah, guides, country guides, which are like basically collections of guides. For example, study in South Korea. This is the guide we have for South Korea, and as you can see, this is kind of like a collection of a lot of guides about a lot of other, like, a lot of different things about studying in South Korea. From the higher education pros and cons, how to choose a university, like some of the best universities for English taught programs, best universities with high employability rates, best subjects to study, and then best programs to study, and applying to a university, a complete guide to university application, blah blah blah, documents and tests. So, for example, uh, like they have their, like if a country has its own a test, and then we have the language proficiency complete guide to Duolingo, and like Korea, for example, has topic test, test of proficiency in Korean, and then like financing, blah blah blah, scholarships, best scholarships, currently open scholarships, and etc. So yeah, if you have like if you're interested in studying in a country, these are great for you. Okay, I don't see any new questions, and so I'll like end the live stream here. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining in to our live stream. And if you're watching this on VOD, thank you very much for watching us. And Eamon, thank you for joining me here today.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Yes.
All right, everyone. We'll be here next Friday, same day, same time. And bye. Have a nice week.